couple of jobs. I look after telematics for Vistion. I'm also, or was also, the architect behind the site project, so I work with Siemens, the National Highways Agency, and all of the participants in that project. But I'm also the connected car chair within AESIN. Usually when I do these things, I try and provide a little bit of information for everybody present, so they go, ooh, that's something to keep an eye out for. And then I'm also going to do a quick update on the connected car workstream. Got 4 great speakers today. There's lots of topics you can talk about connectivity. We've chosen them because they are a broad range between security and update on projects. So firstly, this one. So what's happening in terms of the connected car? So I think that the biggest one that's out there at the minute is the uncertainty around the USA NHTSA mandate, National Highway something Administration Agency. There was a mandate proposal that was put out some time ago in which it basically dictated the use of 802.11p as the mechanism of providing a radio communication between connected cars for safety-related communication. The actual mandate that was issued was watered down a bit, and it did become a little bit technology agnostic. This is rumor, speculation. I can't justify it in anything in any writing, but I think there's some doubt or there's some uncertainty as to whether or not that mandate will get pushed through in the US. And that's primarily due to the progress that's been made in cellular V2X. Next one that's out there, if you don't know, you should know about a thing called 5GAA, Fifth Generation Automobile Association, if I get it right. More than 60 members within that consortium or within that association. All of the big silicon vendors, all of the big mobile network operators. It's really an umbrella association that's now encompassing a lot of discussions around 3GPP, which is the cellular standards. It's encompassing AESIN, and it's also encompassing things like the car-to-car communications consortium. So that's one to watch. The last one was actually kind of crept up on me as well. Euro NCAP. Euro NCAP is actually going to add V2X technologies from 2024 onwards. So if you want to get a 5-star rating as a vehicle manufacturer, you're going to have to start thinking about what V2X technologies you're going to be putting in your car for that time frame. So in terms of big industry things to watch, those are 3 things that you should be aware of. And that's about it that I'm going to share in that area. So AESIN started back in the days with Alan, Paul, several other people. One of the first work streams we ever created was actually the connected car work stream. It was a focus area that enabled AESIN to be acknowledged by the UK government. We went to many meetings up in London, and it was the subject around which we talked a lot about how to improve funding, how do we improve research, and how do we improve communication between the government and industry. We were obviously very successful in getting CAV1 funding for the site project, and that project is ongoing. You can see the vehicle outside, and you can ask John Homm some very hard questions, or you can ask me hard questions. Claire and Andrew are going to do a presentation on it later. What is clear, though, is I would say the scope of that work stream in terms of its broadness is slightly constrained. So with agreement within AESIN, what's more than likely going to happen is that the connected car work stream will be kind of repackaged into a much more broader communications work stream. And for that reason, it will then include things like satellite communications, positioning, and lots of other things. So the process of defining how that work stream will work will be in a workshop, date TBD, but I suppose the best thing to do is watch this space. If you're interested in participating in the communications work stream, please feel free to approach me, Martin Green, Paul Jarvie, or Alan Banks, or anybody within AESIN to kind of register you're interested in being part of that. So today we've got 4 great speakers. I've chosen with a selection of issues. The first one is actually around security. There's lots of talk about connected cars, and then when you get connected cars, people like to hack into them. So Mujahid is going to do a presentation on some of the challenges on security. Mr. Brooks from Siemens, who I've just lost, he's sitting there in front of me, is going to do a presentation on gamification on a project they've been working on. We've got Alessandro from the satellite catapult, and that's kind of alluding to the discussion around changing the work stream from just connected car to communications. And then we've got Andrew Patterson and Claire Lewis, who are going to give an update on the site project.